Maybe I was right. Do they just say you have a partner anniversary for like a week or something? Interesting. Pitsy, no shit. It started doing it yesterday, and I could have swore my anniversary was the 23rd. Yeah, maybe it just keeps. It's so bright in here. I'm sorry. I closed the window. What are you going to do? The sun is out. Yeah, it's within the next 3 days. It's our 8-year partnered anniversary, 10-year streaming anniversary, which is still weird to say out loud. Time. Good morning, BDO. Good morning, Tazi. How are you? And thank you. It's been a fucking ride. I've had a blast. I hope you guys have. Drama. I was gonna tell you guys something that just happened, and Stream Deck not working blanked my brain out. God damn it. Oh well. You expect them to get things right when they can't convert. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I expect nothing from Twitch. Let's be like, I expect exactly 0 from them. Let's be completely honest. It's just like, I don't know. I don't remember what which day my fucking partner anniversary is. If I could probably figure it out if I looked at movie times, because I was talking about this yesterday. I was partnered while watching Rogue One in the theaters. That's all I know, is that Rogue One was in theaters, which we looked up yesterday was 8 years ago, so we figured out it's been 8 years. You're lucky they didn't say happy 120 month anniversary. Can you imagine? That'd be so dumb. I could potentially afford a Steam Deck, but getting one would put me in such a feeling of monetary guilt that I probably won't, but fuck knows what I'll put the money on instead. I mean, if you've got the disposable cash and you're gonna put it on something, like, if it's disposable, a cooking vacuum chamber is cool. Stream Decks are fucking sick. Stream Decks are incredible. I'll tell you that right now. Like, those things are it's a computer. It's a handheld computer. Like, you can actually go into desktop mode on it and have a fucking PC desktop. It's a computer. They're crazy. They can do anything. They're pretty cool. You have to treat yourself sometimes. Good morning, Crispy. How are you, love? Once in a while, one must treat thine self, because life is not tolerable without it. Good morning, Cocky. How are you, my love? Life is really hard without, like, little things. You gotta give yourself something once in a while. I saw something that described me perfectly. Quote, me having absolutely no Christmas wish list because I buy anything I want and have zero self-control. As an adult, gift giving is weird because, like, when you're a kid, it's like things you need and you don't have money, right? As an adult, whenever you want something, if you have the money, you go get it because you need it. And so when people are like, what do you want? Good skin? I don't know. That's pretty good. I treated myself to an iPad Pro a couple years ago. Same. And I love my iPad. My pencil died, though. I need a new iPad. I need a new iPencil. My pencil died a while ago. I was sad. I've got a solid working PC that I can play games on. Then you're like me. I hate spending money on myself. I despise it. I have to constantly tell myself, you deserve little things every once in a while. Yeah, nah, I get it. It's the worst. I'm the same. I can have money to spend on myself and be like, I shouldn't waste money on myself. I deal with that constantly. I completely understand that. It's not about giving them what they want, but it's about giving them what you want to give them to show your affection via monetary means. Yeah. Good morning, Knives. I know. It came up yesterday, Knives. I was just talking about that. It's weird because I'm pretty positive. I don't know. Every year I fuck it up. I either think it's the 21st or the 23rd, but yesterday my anniversary thing started popping off for people, so I have genuinely no idea. Good morning. How do you feel after your 11-day of work? 11-day hour of work. I'm attached to my iPad, and that was before it was an accessibility tool, 100%. I carry my iPad around me to every room all the time. Thank you, Silver. I appreciate you. I'm not buying you a new pencil. I don't support Apple. Don't do that. I've gone, like, I use my iPad so much. I've gone through, like, 3 Apple Pencils. I just go through them fast. Honestly, I'm kind of like the same. iPad is where it's at, though. Like, in terms of a tablet, I did so much fucking research and work trying to figure out, like, what is ultimately the best iPad or a best, like, tablet. And yeah, there's, like, that Huion brand, and there's a few other, like, knockoff brands. But genuinely, for an artist, iPad's it. Like, they've got the market on tablets right now. I dropped my pencils. I'm rough on them a little. No, my bestie woke up to a broken car window in her car, not shattered completely, just like a hammer got thrown at it. What? Turns out this guy was, quote, mad at glass, according to the cop. Okay. That's something to be mad at. Yeah, that makes sense. Same as a regular 8-hour day. My body goes and just goes and goes. I feel that spiritually. Say Apple Pencil 5 times fast. Apple Pencil, Apple Pencil, Apple Pencil, Apple Pencil, Apple Pencil. Pineapple Apple Pen. Just call it the Winter Solstice, CK, and you'll remember your partner anniversary. Is that today? I should. That's a good idea, honestly, because I forget. I mean, I feel like a shit. I forget it every year. But at this point, we've been around so long, it's like, we're not going anywhere. I feel like in terms of Twitch and live content, I'm like a B actor. You know? Like, I'm that one that people are like, I know that face maybe, but not really. And I'm cool with that. I like staying in this. I'm going to claim Solstice, yeah. Today is Solstice? All right, we're going to claim it. I get the not thinking you deserve the thing you're about to buy. I've been hovering over the buy button on a Kindle for like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's terrible. Like, worst habit, I'll talk myself out of it and convince myself I don't want the thing I want, or I'll convince myself I can make it. Which I can't. iPad, I carry 34-pound, 15 kg tool backpack. Kig, Katie? Kilogram. Tool backpack everywhere with iPad, gaming laptop, and all my electronic repair tools everywhere? Wow. I'm impressed. I'd kill for a gaming laptop. That's my dream. That's like, if I ever make another big purchase, that'll be it. I'd love to have a gaming laptop. That'd be nice. Apparently, he was going country line to country line, randomly breaking car windows. So he was genuinely mad at glass. Okay. I thought it was a joke. It's not. Happy solstice. Solstice passed this morning, apparently 3:12 a.m. Nice. Happy solstice. That means we're getting longer days again, right? I'm not kidding, knives. I've soldered. I have a soldering iron. Like, I've gone so far when I'm like, oh, I can fix it, or I can do something to it, or whatever. I've definitely done it. Days are getting longer, thank fuck. It will end if your want of being a swamp witch started something on the winter solstice. I mean, yes. It just adds to the swamp witch aspect, which I'm cool with. Today's the shortest day. It's so weird. It doesn't feel like the days got super short. For me, for some reason, like, winter feels weird because it's so warm. We have no snow. It's really bizarre. What's the temperature outside? I mean, it's warm. 36. 36 feels warm. I found a used one for $262. I'm Pitsy. I was quite literally going to suggest trying to get a used one. I didn't know how you felt about that stuff. I'm all about repurposing and buying used. I love that I hate the concept of buying new all the time. If something works perfectly fine, why not buy it used? You don't need to make a big purchase on a gaming laptop. The secondhand market has amazing. Cyclic. Everything's cyclic. Has amazing deals on even current gen tech. I bought mine at a music book, electronics, and game store for only $180. That's fucking sweet. That's dope. Vex, Saturdays are indie Saturdays, so I tend to play games and shit, but I'll do my best to try to get it to buffer. I only have barely enough snow to cover the ground, and that'll melt in a day or two. Yeah, that's basically what we've been getting, and then it just warms up to 36 degrees. Who is she? I've been meaning to get a soldering iron, just haven't found one of the like, dude, you don't need a nice one. Mine is so cheap. Just get a little soldering iron kit. Like the $20 one. That's it. I've had this for so many years. Like, years. I knew exactly where it was. I use this all the time. It helps that I dated an electronic engineer in college. And he would let me solder his boards for him because I was bored and I liked doing it. If you've ever soldered a board. But it gave me the skills to solder shit. So I've fixed multiple circuit boards on my own. I've fixed controllers and shit. It's burnt to fuck. Like, I've used this shit. But it's quite literally, like, the cheapest shit ever I bought on Amazon. You don't need a nice one for it to work. I don't know how to put that. It's literally just a hot iron. But genuinely, like, real useful little fucker, let me tell you. Steam is super pro fixing your own shit. They give out necessary info on iFixit. That's fucking nice. This is how I give vasectomies if anyone would like to volunteer. I sanitize it. It's fine. At that same store, I bought a pair of AirPods Max for only $35 because they thought they were not. That's still under warranty. That's a really fucking good deal. Soldering irons are useful. That's it. That's all. That was that. I don't know why we're taught. Why are fixing shit? Yeah. I feel like every time something breaks, I get some little tool. And I'm just slowly accumulating until I have every little strange tool I need. But I genuinely don't know what gets better about soldering irons, like, the more expensive they get. I don't know. Maybe they do. I have no idea. Pause, broken records. Hist. Okay, that's loaded, so I'm going to try to play it before we lose all of our internet. Yeah, Silver, yes. Yeah, I'd go so far as to say this couldn't be unsanitary if it wanted to. It cooks so fucking hot. Yeah. Uh-huh. What the fuck? That's not it. Yesterday it chose the right screen. Uh-huh. No. Which technique? Like, how do you, yes. That was great. That was phenomenal. Chatception. I hate it. It's every day. It's so... I'm sorry that my shit is so broken. It's so annoying. I don't know why it does that, but it haunts me. That was fucking great. I'm not into guys, but I could marry this sexy ginger bass player and adopt many babbies, dude. This is no shade out there, guitar players. I've dated a few. Your fingers are crack bait. Stop it. Good evening. Just off my walk, and I've got you on audio. Serlin, I hope you have nice weather. It's like, I was saying it's balmy and wonderful and warm here. It's 36 degrees. I guess that's what's become balmy, wonderful weather for me. 36? Hold on, I gotta check my egg. We're still an egg. I have a baby gecko that's supposed to be born anytime now, just in case anyone's wondering. And sometimes I forget to check the egg. Will replacement parts be available? Yes. Replacement parts and repair guides for Steam Deck OLED are available on iFix. That alone gives me such amount of goodwill for them. 100%. Steam Decks are great. Like, they're just, it's such a nice little portable thing. Like, sometimes I literally, like, during movie night, just go curl up in my spare bedroom with the Steam Deck and play, like, Balatro or something. It's just nice to be able to curl up with something and not have to sit in, like, proper posture for once in your life. I don't have a name yet. I know, if you guys think of a cool name. The other babies were easy because Rod birthed them. If you remember, my 2 baby geckos, Rod is the one that took care of them when they were born. So the first one was named Rodbert. And the second one I named Ember because they were born while I was at Burning Man. So I thought that was an appropriate Burning Man. But no, I don't. This one, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to name that little fucker. I've got too many geckos. I don't want any more babies. But, like, man, I have to, like, no shit. Geckos, baby geckos, they can be born anywhere between 2 and 3 months. So when I went, oh my God, should I name it Tammy? I kind of like that idea. When we went to Montana for Thanksgiving, I brought the gecko egg. Like, I packed it all nice and put it in my center console and brought it into the house. I've been carrying this egg with me like a mother with it, like a chicken egg in high school. This egg has gone everywhere with me. Because you just don't know when they're going to be born. And Zach made a comment. He's like, why don't you just squish it? Just kill it. Like, you don't want any more geckos. And I brought out the 2 little babies and I brought it to him. And I'm like, this is why I can't crush the egg, because that's inside. Are you heartless? What the fuck? Like, I can quite literally flashlight the egg and see a baby inside of it. I don't know how anyone, I don't know. I'm pro-choice, but it's a gecko. Half the time I forget you have so many creatures looking off screen. They're so low maintenance, it's really easy to forget, honestly. Like, they're such a small part of my life. Believe it or not, I know shit. I fed my snakes last night. I literally only interact with some of my animals, like, every 2 weeks. So they're not, I know. It's basically, this is the only thing that gives people the clue, like, that's not normal decoration. What's in those? And you can't put that baby egg back. No. Maybe Tammy will, an offering to Tammy the Poltergeist. Good morning, Rage. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. Yesterday I bought a broken Nintendo Switch for $20 and I can't wait for the learning experience. I'm excited for you. I was definitely that kid that loved tearing shit apart. Tearing apart like any electronic and trying to put it back together. Oh man, that was so much fun. If it takes a couple more days, you can call it Jesus. Oh my God, what if it's born on Christmas? That'd be funny. Poor little gecko baby. It's exciting because you just never know what you're gonna get out of the babies. Like, the parents, the mom is Viata, of course. Our resident mother is the one that keeps laying fucking eggs. Viata, she's pure white. And then the male that keeps fucking her is called a Harlequin gecko, and they're just like every color ever. They're really pretty looking. So you just have, it's genetics. You have no idea what that baby gecko is gonna look like. If it comes out pure white, that'd be super cool. The other 2 babies did not. I have no idea what they're going to look like when they grow up, but that's kind of fun. Hey, Zeus. Tammy's a slut. I felt really bad last night. If you guys didn't, Knives had to work an 11-hour shift yesterday for some god-awful reason, and then comes into movie night to relax, and every fucking 30 minutes, he's restarting whatever we're watching because of Tammy. Like, Discord needs to figure its fucking shit out. Right, it wasn't Jesus' birthday, like, in the summer, and they just commandeered it because of pagans. Like, they tried to, it's one of those, right, where they were like, oh, yeah, we do that. We put trees in our house. Tammy's a slut. I took my PS3, Xbox 360 completely apart and cleaned them, put them back together. I love doing that shit. That's why I like building keyboards. It's the same kind of, like, pleasure of like buying the chassis and buying the lay and all the pieces. It's kind of like putting together a book nook a little bit. It's like a step-by-step or like Lego. If it came out evil looking, I'd name it Krampus. Are we sure Viata isn't doing the one fucking? She's kind of a whore. Maybe. She might be. The funny thing is it didn't happen before when I hosted. It's Discord is constantly evolving new problems. It's not just you. It happened to me the other day when Was it the day before yesterday? I was streaming music for like 30 minutes. I had to restart it once. It's not just you. Just to be clear, it's definitely Discord. I mean, honestly, it's become a fucking nightmare. I wish we could find some other central area to watch movies and stuff where it's easy to gather. Cause like I know there's Zoom and shit like that, but it's not like Discord. I want something like I just want Discord to fucking work. Good morning, Mag. How are you, love? Oh, I will. Silver, 100%. I gotta get someone over to my place to do cord management and a dust. Oh, dude, I'd do that. I love doing that shit. When I was in elementary school, I used to take a toy and a screwdriver to daycare and repeatedly take apart and put back together this transformer toy. Should have really been a hint that I was. Did anyone else's parents give them fake tools because they kept tearing things apart in the house? I quite literally just regaled this story to Zach recently because I don't know. Oh, you know how you have pins in your door hinges? I don't know if this is even a thing anymore, but back in the day, you'd have to hammer those pins down every once in a while. Like they would start to squeak out with the use of the door, and you'd hammer them down. My grandparents bought me a fake tool set so I could go around the house banging on shit because I kept tearing shit apart. Fake tool. There were toy tools, yes. They were like it was ridiculous. I felt so cool though. I was like I had my own toolkit. I was going to go hammer these doors and tear shit apart. But yeah, 100%. Yep. I had to have fake tools so I would stop tearing shit apart. Life is a gravy train on biscuit wheels. I hope everyone's doing great today. I want biscuits and gravy now. How dare you? There was a service called Rabbit. Oh, wow. Why does my collarbone hurt? Why does that sound so familiar, Knives? Oh, Nick, I would though. If I was local, oh my god, that shit. I love doing that. I have to like stop myself from doing it too often because it is dangerous with my PC. If the shepherd toy is to be believed, then it would be around the time of the spring lambs being born, so mid to late spring, maybe early summer. That they would sleep in the fields with the lambs to protect them from wolves. Oh, that makes sense. I had real toys because I knew where my dad's tools were and there was no way to keep me away from them. The men in my family never just have a garage. I don't know what this is. Does anybody else dad have a shop? Every house my parents have ever moved to, my dad builds a bigger and more ridiculous shop, and that shit's locked. Like my entire life. Like as an adult, I can't get into it without my dad unlocking it. That was not something we could get into at all. And my grandpa was the same way, just like an enormous, I mean, the shop was bigger than the house. It always has been. Every shop is bigger than the house. It's crazy. It's huge. I got real tools. I still have the kit, though I had to have mom or dad around yeah. I was a latchkey kid, so no one was ever around ever. So I think it was a case of like, best case scenario, she hurts herself with the fake tools, but she's not going to hurt the house. I think that was it, kind of. I got the real ones because I knew where my stepdad's toolbox. Damn, lucky you. Both of them worked most of the time. It was free daycare for them when one of them was home sleep for third shift. Yeah. I'd also take old toys, put them in the vise on my dad's workbench, and trash them with hammers. Oh, I loved a good vise. Sticking something in a vise and crushing it was so much fun. You were probably invited to a stream one day for a movie. Probably, but that sounds really familiar. My dad had a workbench in the basement where the laundry was, so there was no hiding it. Oh, the dream. I think one of my dogs just farted at me. Why do you smell like trash all the time? Are your guts rotting? Lil's just under my desk, just farting. It's fine. My parents' house had a workshop under the family room. The owners before used to work on cars. That's my dad. He builds like the newest one he has. It's this shop that's literally bigger than their house. It's like 2 stories high, but it's one floor. It's just really tall walls, and he has shit pinned to the walls all the way up. But my dad builds it so he can build like I don't know, like a basically he creates a room inside the shop to airbrush cars out of like visqueen and plastic and shit that has ventilation. What would that be called? It's like he builds it in every one of his shops, and it's so he can airbrush and have like ventilation and not be huffing the. I can't remember. There's a name. It's like a vent hood, but it's like it's bigger than a car, and it's just in the shop. It's crazy. It's huge, but I don't know the name of it. I'm the least handy person I know. If you give me tools to fix something, expect me to pay more to fix whatever thing I made worse. Oh man, I pride myself on being pretty fucking handy. We all have our vices. This is facts. My grandfather's workshop was always open. I wasn't allowed to use a chisel until I was 3. I was allowed in if my grandpa or my dad were there. And it was very much a case of me sitting on the hood of a car, like playing with something, and them actually working and doing something. And it was probably a babysitting. Like, my mom was probably like, get the kids out of the house. I'm going to go crazy. And my dad was like, okay. And just don't touch anything. Just sit, watch. Feed your dogs. You have to take part of the responsibility. They eat the exact same diet. They've eaten their exact same diet their entire life. It's a really high quality, very expensive food from Canada called Origin. And yet, my girl dog is just farts and burps constantly. Every single morning, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, every single morning, I wake up, she's laying next to me because she sneaks into bed with me, and I go, all right, Bill, it's time to get up. She gets up, she puts her front legs on the ground, keeps her back legs on my bed, and stretches and farts just directly at me every fucking day. And then she sits under my desk in front of my heater all day and just farts. My boy dog, I've never heard that fucker fart or burp. Ever. Identical diets, and they're twins. Riddle me, universe. None of it makes sense. My mom and dad added a wet bar in the basement, including doing the house wiring. My mom had told the story about standing near my dad, ready to shove him if he started getting electrocuted. That is terrifying. There's a photo of me standing on the bench with a saw as tall as me. That's phenomenal. The poodle hug plus burp, they come to you and lean on you to snuggle and then burp in your face. That's Lilith. Just directly in my mouth. It's hilarious. I mean, it's quite literally like a straight into my face every day. She just is gassy. I don't know what it is. She got that gassy gene. You'd think you learn to move. I try. Trust me, it's like a race. Like, who can get out of the bed first? Will Lilith fart in my face, or will I scoot to the end to get dressed or take a shower first? It's always a race. It's like she knows that I'm trying to get the fuck out of the direction of her asshole. I'm just immune to it at this point. But it like sometimes it gets in your mouth, you know, and you're like, what the fuck are you eating? Like normal things. They don't even get fancy treats, my dudes. They get dehydrated beef heart. I have a sleep apnea mask, so my mask protects me from the farts. I never really thought about that, but you're lucky. My mother had a picture of me working on an 80s Simon Says with a screwdriver. My parents have pictures of me in my baptismal dress sitting at a bar with a shot of whiskey. You guys have way cooler childhoods. I think I was like 3 months old. Imagine. Someone's ears were burning. Dude. Anubis, I ever tell you about the guy that came into the hospital one time? So if you come into the hospital and this is good advice for anybody. If you have a CPAP and you have to go to the hospital for any fucking reason, bring your CPAP. For fuck's sake, bring it. If you don't, we have to put you on our hospital units, and it's never going to be as comfortable as the one you have at home, ever. Like, we're not going to have the mask you like. It's not going to be set to your liking. It's just to keep you alive. So this guy comes into the hospital one time. I don't even remember what was wrong with him, but he brings his own CPAP unit. And when you bring your own unit, we have to have the engineers of the hospital come check it out and make sure it's not going to like blow out the hospital when we plug it in or whatever. Make sure it's sound. And I fuck you not. I get a call from engineering. I'm sorry. Is this respiratory? Yeah. You can't use that CPAP. Why? It looks fine. It's full of dead beetles. Like, the entire system was full of these tiny little dead beetles that had crawled inside and died. And then when I put this guy on our hospital unit, I swear to fuck, that nurse called me every 30 minutes because he was bitching about how it didn't smell right. Bro, the scent of beetle ain't right. How? What? Yeah, there aren't, sometimes we all feel a little dirty. I just need you to think about these people who breathe beetles. You're not as dirty as you think you are. Like, we're all messy sometimes. We're not inhaling beetles. Like, I know a lot of you have CPAPs. How the fuck could you miss the fact that there are beetles crawling inside your CPAP? How the fuck? Yep, seriously, Anubis, that's the smartest thing to do. It's literally, like, it's just uncomfortable. The units we use in the hospital are very uncomfortable. Good. I mean, Glut, this is my theory on it, because I just genuinely cannot figure out how this happened. I think he probably had his unit on the ground. That's all I can come up with, because it was also full of, like, dog hair and shit, and dogs bring shit in, like, animals bring stuff in the house. That's normal. But how? It was so, I mean, no shit. I had a patient come in one time with their CPAP and everything, and he came into the ER in the middle of the night because he felt like he was suffocating on his CPAP. Very valid reason to come into the ER and bring your CPAP. Like, we're full of professionals who can help fix that. I'm not exaggerating. Like, do I have a fan or something? So, when you pull the filter out, sometimes there's like that black charcoal filter first, and then you take the filter out of, like, any kind of air, like an air conditioner, anything. There's usually like 2 filters in there. So I crack the side off of the CPAP, and I go to peel the filter, like the black meshy filter that's like wiggly first. I peel it off, and I see the filter in there, and I'm like, this isn't a filter. It was literally a centimeter thick chunk of hair that had just been sucked through the filter of this guy's CPAP for God knows how long. And it was actually suffocating him. I have a lot of animals, my dudes. It's very possible to live clean with animals. I just don't understand. It's a matcha. I got it on my run because it fucking feels good on my throat. My damn cough. Maybe you like the way the air tasted? He did. He did. As long as you don't have beetles in it, you're doing great. Every week, I clean the water tank. Every 2 weeks, I rinse the tube with the vinegar mix and replace the nose pieces necessary. I don't know how you couldn't not do that, Glut, because of the smell. It's like the smell of a retainer. If anybody had a retainer, it's that smell. That's what starts happening to a CPAP. It's just breath. It's natural. It's going to happen. It's got to be cleaned. I don't know how anyone doesn't notice that. Thank you, Mello. I appreciate you. Beata, my love. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. He's very lucky. I mean, he was close. Like, the CPAP was doing nothing. It was actually adverse at this point. No notifications whatsoever. That's lovely. That's nice. We love that. Be very thankful your breathing is semi-healthy. That being said, if you think you have sleep apnea and you snore, please go see a professional. I do like the 80-20 vinegar wash, but could you use straight vinegar and then let it air dry on the hanger? You could, but the 80-20 is honestly fine. The stronger the vinegar, it just means, like, less soaking time. Yeah, Viata, we were talking about your namesake. And how she just keeps getting fucking pregnant. You know what's funny, though? I hope she isn't again. I separated the geckos, so they shouldn't be fucking anymore, but, like, Viata, your gecko is the mother of dragons. Yeah. She's the bitch that keeps fucking. Yeah. She's arguably my prettiest gecko. She's so pretty. She's pure white she's called an ink splot. So she's pure white with, like, it looks like, you took, like, a paintbrush and went and just splattered on her back with black and red. She's really pretty. But for some reason, every enclosure I put her in, she gets fucking pregnant. She's the mother of the babies. I was checking on the egg this morning, so I had to tell the story. But yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Funk. I appreciate you. She's a fucking hoe. Honestly, it's the male geckos. I give little V a bad time. But if I took the male gecko out, that's the father of all these babies, literally within 5 minutes, he will bite the skin on my hand and try to fuck my hand. Like, they've got a brain cell and they're all fucking sharing it. Like orange cats. That's all they do. Good morning, Kills. How are you, love? Thank you, Bezabelli. I appreciate you. Thank you, Anubis. I appreciate you. It's still taking a lot to get used to. The blonde, it's a lot, but I'm okay with it. Slooty Gecko, yes. So you're complaining the prettiest gecko brings all the boy geckos to the yard? I mean, kind of, because now I have to buy another $250 enclosure for these geckos. Like, it's cool when you realize, like, oh my god, I can make my own pets. Like, I went from having X amount of geckos to +3 without buying any geckos, but you gotta buy the enclosure. And that sucks. So that's the only complaint. Like, you get it. If I could fix her, I would, but that's not a thing for geckos. It's for camouflage. Oh my god, it is. It's my Spider Gwen camouflage for wintertime. Cheers. I think they would, but they already like my local exotic store, they breed geckos on their own. And so I don't know, like, there'd really be no benefit to them selling my geckos, which is sad. But they sell, I mean, this is what's crazy to me. They sell baby geckos for $100 a pop. That's $300 worth of babies. Wild. Well, that's Glut. That's what I'm saying. If the baby ended up like Viata, I'd try to sell that baby. That's disgustingly a $600 gecko. That is a very crazy morph. That like ink splot morph, very unique, very crazy. If it turned out like that, oh, you bet your ass I'd sell that shit. That's a bill. I love my geckos, but that's a bill right there. Whereas the Harlequins are more common. No shit. Shut the fuck up. Is that what's happening? Desmond, is that what's okay? No, you've given me a peace of mind. I thought I knew a lot. I didn't know that. I have separated my geckos and moved them around so many goddamn times because I kept finding eggs. Like valid eggs, fertilized fucking eggs. You know, it's funny. You take the egg, you literally put it on the flashlight of your camera, turn the flashlight on, and you can see it like a chicken baby. It's crazy. And I kept moving them around, and I'm like, at first, I have a couple that are together, but they're females, and I was like, I swear to God, these are two females, and now I've got eggs, and now I've got two baby geckos. Oh my God! So what Desmond says, so geckos can retain sperm for most of a year. No. So she could still be getting pregnant from the first few times after being separated. That's it. That's why I'm getting babies. Thank you. I literally was going crazy. I have one male, and he is not housed with her. And I was like, I mean, they were. I didn't know. Oh my God, I had no idea. So they can just stay pregnant. That's fun. So that's why I got my babies. That makes sense. Okay. That makes me feel better. It's like, as fun as it is breeding geckos and stuff, it's actually like something you should really closely pay attention to. Because I think I've told you guys about this before. Crested geckos can actually fuck themselves to death. No joke with the brain cell. They are. I love them so much. They're so cute, but they are dee. And like if you put a female in with a male and you don't give them the proper food and care, the female will literally, her body will leach all the calcium and everything out of her bones to make a baby, and she can die. Like, it's really dangerous. We only have one egg. I have two eggs, but only one is fertile. Actually, you might be able to see the size difference, which is crazy. I kept the other one because it's kind of a cool example. Can you tell which one? Can you tell which one is the dud? It's so bright in here. I hate it so much. That one's the dud. Sorry, the light is so crazy in here because the window's open, but you can tell that one's really yellow, and that one's a lot fatter and blue-white. That's got a baby in it. This is the second set of eggs from her, yes. Yep, yellowed one's the dud. I know! And then, just because we're on the topic, just because we're already talking about them, and we're here, and we're queer, these are the babies. I tried to get rid of the pink, and I became blonde. Whoops. Come here, little one. This is the little baby. One of them. I believe this is Rodbert. I believe this one is Rodbert. But, that's the little ones. So that's how small they are. These guys are 3 months old. They'll do a little hop. Or just walk. Yeah, this is a little 3-month-old baby. This is baby Rodbert. I think Rodbert's actually going to have ink splots, which is really cool. I think he's going to jump on my mic. Are you going to do it? Have yourself a hop. Ah, they're so cute. Rodbert is 1000% the adventurous baby, definitely. Ember does not hop or crawl very much. Ember just kind of likes to sit and be warm. Whereas Rodbert is definitely the little adventurous babu. They're so cute, but you can see crested geckos are really interesting. The tip of their tail is just like their toes. The tip of their tail has the same clingy nature as their toes. So they can use the tip of their tail just like a toe. Unfortunately, they can drop their tail, and crested geckos are one of the few gecko species that don't grow their tail back. So actually, Mama Viata is what we call a frog butt. Their mom, she doesn't have a tail. She just a little frog butt. Aren't they just the cutest little fuckers? I know. The little plop. I just love them. They're so easy to take care of, and they're... Oh. You're so cute. They're just the cutest. Thank you, Tom. I managed to add 10 dBs of gain to the mic and save money on my car insurance by switching to Gecko. Do it again. Ah. Crested gecko. Crested geckos, sometimes they're called eyelash geckos. Where's little Ember? There's little, oh god, little Ember's like under the log. I'm gonna leave Ember to be under the log. Go ahead, little boo. This is their temporary enclosure. And there's the little one trying to escape. Just while they're babies. Go down. And I'm gonna give you, no, we're not hopping out of the enclosure, not right now. But yeah, crested geckos super easy. They don't need heaters or anything. You literally feed them like powdered fruit dust. And all they do is hop. That's it. That's their life, is just hopping. But any day now, that one's gonna hatch. And we're very excited to see what comes out. I fed him last night, so this week we should be able to hold him. I got sick last time, remember? And I had to like take a day off or whatever, but I fed all of them last night. They've all got big fat full bellies. So if you remind me, like, either tomorrow or Tuesday. Is it true that crested geckos have really clean teeth and minty cool breaths? You know, I've only made out with them a few times, but of the times, it's been lovely. Critters are fun. I like low maintenance critters. I like to travel. I travel for, you know, cons and shit, but I also like to travel just for funsies. And it's nice to have animals that don't need daily attention or like constant, you know, like I don't have anything aquatic. Katie's dated some real lot lizards. I actually haven't, to be fair. I haven't ever hung out, well... You know what's weird? You said, like, one of my fondest, weirdest, like, nostalgic memories from childhood, from youth, I guess, is sitting outside gas stations in the middle of the night with the only sound being the buzz of a light that's illuminating the door. And you're just sitting on a curb kind of to the side of the gas station, probably smoking cigarettes younger than you should be, and you just have nowhere else to go, so you sit there with your friends and just fuck around and, like, play with the dirt. Anybody else that kid? Because I have really fond memories of doing that shit. Like, it's that nothing happened. Like, just that. I think about those moments a lot. Like that summer, middle of the night in the summer, where all you hear is like the buzz of cicadas, the buzz of that light over a door, and you and your friends just like fucking around behind a gas station because you have nowhere to go. Bleacher Kids, man. Thank you, Bezabelli. It technically, so the alert for my anniversary started yesterday, and it's still going today. I don't know why or how. I'm just going to claim the solstice. It's either the 21st or 23rd is my technical partner anniversary. Something like that. I was a bad kid. Not a bad kid. I was left to my own devices as a child. Let's put it that way. I was like growing up, you'd hear that. Like, I remember driving around with people and in the middle of the night, and you'd see like a group of kids walking down the road and they'd make comments about them. Like, watch it. I was those kids. Like the baggy pants and the chains and safety pins holding everything together and holes in our clothes and wearing all black and probably like greased down hair like this and smoking cigarettes and being, we didn't have anywhere else to go. Like most of my friends, their parents made meth or were busy beating each other. We genuinely had nowhere else to go. And then growing up, seeing that people viewed us as like troublemakers is hilarious because we really didn't fuck all. Skids. I'm a skid. You ever see Letterkenny? Similar memories, but at a church. It doesn't have to be a gas station, but it was always that middle of the night place where there was no one else and you just didn't have anything else to do. 100% Chris, good morning. Yes. You get 2 weeks to celebrate affiliate. No shit. 2 weeks? That streetlight hum is ASMR. Yeah, that bzzz shit. Oh man, that's such a visceral memory for me. You get 2 weeks to celebrate your anniversary. Good then, because I genuinely thought it was the 23rd, and my plan was to go and get some stuff to like make cookies or do paint. I don't know, do something fun. And when the anniversary alert dropped yesterday, I was like, guys, I am not prepared. I didn't do anything. I got nothing. Happy. We've been here for 10 years. Been here for 10, subbed for 8. It's pretty crazy. I love the dicks. The dicks. The Amish dicks. I love the Amish dicks. Thank you, Lilac. It's been a fucking journey, dude. I'd never take it back. But it is bizarre to think about sometimes. If I could go back, you know, and like tell younger Katie, like little 14-year-old Katie secretly playing video games in the basement while everybody's sleeping because A, she's not allowed to play video games, and B, if anyone at school found out, she'd be bullied beyond reason. If I could go back and be like, hey, this is going to be your job one day. Like, little Katie would probably kill me because that's a really scary instance. Like, no one wants to see future self. What the fuck? But wow, what a fucking weird world we've created. And it's still so new. Like, I've been here for 10 years, but streaming is basically 10 years. I mean, how, like, live streaming is not, I mean, I think it's like, kind of like the baby of the content world, right? Are they Mennonites? They're Mennonites. Okay, they're Mennonites. Yeah, the dicks. The dicks are phenomenal. I haven't watched Letterkenny in a bit. I think I have to rewatch it now because now I can't. Oh my god, side note though, I saw Tanis in something. And she was like a really put together person in this show. What the fuck did I see that Tanis was in? It had to have been Canadian. Fuck. I can't remember. It was great though. It was so weird. If I could go back to talk to old me, I'd tell him to start using Rogaine at 30. I miss my front hair. If I could go back to talk to young me, I'd tell me to stop plucking my eyebrows. And then I'd give me a hug. Young me would punch myself in the face for fucking with time travel. I can conceive of no reason to ruin space-time. I love that. Yeah, I mean, if I just type something and hover over my name, doesn't it say when I signed up for my account? Or can I not do that to myself? August 29th, 2014. Yeah. Genuinely been here for 10 years. Wild. Yeah, that's fucking wild. What a different time that was. Was 2014 the year that Justin went to Twitch? Because, like, I'm OG, but not Justin OG. I don't know. It was weird. I told this story yesterday. Like, my origin story is so boring. Literally, wanted to play ESO, didn't have any friends, didn't know if it was good, because I loved, Skyrim and everything, of course. And the guy I was dating at the time was like, check out this website called Justin TV. You can go watch people play video games before you buy them. See if you actually like it. And I did. And that night I went out to Walmart in the middle of the night and bought a webcam. And I was like shaking and sweating because I was pretty sure everyone as I walked out was like, oh, that girl's making porn, which is hilarious seeing where the full circle has landed. But like, that was it. Because I genuinely was like, well, fuck, I need friends to play this game. I don't know how else to find friends. And that's how I started streaming. Long ago, but I think I started streaming on Twitch. I don't think I was invested.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any spoons for 81 fucking months, Lorelai. Thank you for sticking with me all of these years. We're old. Oh, I'll be sitting here counting out my heart pills with you guys, and we'll be in how old am I? Let's say in 40 years, we'll all be doing our don't go too hard, ladies. Now let's spice it up. Oh shit. Oh fuck. We're feeling hot. We're sweat. That's gonna be us. Genuinely. Like, it's fine. We'll be here doing it together though. Like, that's the beauty. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I'm just aging and people are just watching me get old on the internet. All of you are getting old with me. It's the best. Good morning, Pete. I hope you're doing well. They moved stream info to below the stream again. Interesting. Why do they keep moving shit like that? It's so random and pointless. Young me would get told to work 2 jobs and put 1 job's paycheck into a hidden savings account so I could afford a house while making sure I never take any loans.
Come out.
But old me...
I'm gay.
Super Boppa Freakalizer. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any smooth that prime sub. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Don't forget your prime subs. I'm oldening you with me. Yes. I am old. We are all oldening together, and that's fine. If I'm alive at 87, I'd be fucking amazed. Dude. You'll be alive. Still watching Squat You Educational Thirst Traps. Probably. I mean, literally the vast majority of the reason I work out is so that in 30 years, my body still works. That's it. I just want my body to run. Lies! I discovered a link that helps you fix the fuckery of having info at the top. What do you mean? It sounds like they moved it. That's longer than any male in my family genealogy. Wow. See it as a challenge. I've got the opposite problem. The women in my family don't die. We just go on and on and on and on and on and just never die. Like, I don't think there's been a woman in my family that died before the age of 90. So I'm like, looking at, like, fuck, dude, I'm not even halfway there. Shit. Vamp, no shit, they just don't die. Like, all the women in my family have this crazy low heart rate and never die. They last forever. Not healthily, mind you. They're drinking it. They're drinking it away, but they don't die. I've never seen a medical textbook that has a section at the end with additional info that supports the analysis conclusions in the book. Basically, they all have their appendix removed. Bitch. I 100% want to go out cool. Like either smothered in titties or by a bear attack. Because both will lead all of you to have so many questions, it would give you happy the rest of your life. I'm very into that. It's full of Highlanders. I wish it was a joke. They genuinely don't die. It's scary because as, like, I'm in my late 30s. When is it late 30s to mid 30s? I'm 36. I'm 49. 83. Now I'm watching all of the women in my family just be alone. Like, they are all just alone and sad because all of their spouses are dead. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I get to live forever, but I die alone. Like, real alone. I don't know what year. I think I was able to track my, I've been able to track my family back to like 1760 in Hungary. I can't even pronounce the last name we have at that point. But there's a Catherine in every fucking generation. I wish I was kidding when I'm telling you I am the 11th as far as I can tell. The 11th. What the fuck? Pick a new name. 102, damn. Del Thorson, that's my family. My great Nana lived until she was like 98. It's insane. Oh, they put really? Wow, I didn't even notice they changed so many things around in Twitch. 37 to 38. Okay, cool. I'm in my mids then. Almost lates in like 2 months. It doesn't really matter. Age is stupid. 5 is the midway point, so after that it's late 30s. 30 to 35 is early 30s. 35 to 40, late 30s. Late to mid. Let's go with that. Late to mid. Do you need attention today? I invited you up so many times. You didn't come to join us. What do you need? What's up, bub? What's up, bubba? Oh, you drank water and now you're just gonna get it all over me? Mm-hmm. Thanks, bud. Anybody else's dog do that? I swear, every single time he goes to drink water, he has to come lick me somewhere and, like, wipe his face off. On me. You're such a good boy. You're such a gentleman. This is my poodle, Trick. He's a sweetheart. He does it. I thought it was my skin, because he does it to, like, my legs if I'm walking around, but he'll do it to my legs even if I'm wearing leggings. He just does these drive-by, like, and all of a sudden my leg is soaking wet. I'm like, what in the fuck? And his beard has just drained down my leg. Oh no, Cuddles. No one's sad about Cuddles. He's the best boy. You're just we snuggle all the time. It's just crazy how he never gets sick of snuggling. See, I would go with that being my internet name. Catherine the 11th is tight. Man, if I could go back, I would have changed. I would not be ClassyKatie.
Go Pikachu, come out.
I didn't think this was gonna last.
I'm gay.
Truth Airs, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings for a fucking year with that Prime sub. Don't forget your Prime sub. Bezos does nothing for society. Amazon's on strike. Get that bill. Use it. Find someone. Oh, I turned him up yesterday while we were watching music. Listening. Let me turn down a little bit. Yeah, those were very, very loud. Trick says you need to drink more water. He's hydrating my thighs. My Nona lived to 103. When asked what her secret to long life was, her answer was, God doesn't like me and the devil's an ex. Was that really what your Nana said, Leaf? Your Nana sounds like the shit. That's the shit right there. Personal towel, yes. I've seen video of someone's dog that they train to wipe their chops on a cloth. Do you just want to wipe your mouth off on something? Is that what's up? And it's me? I thought it was like he's trying to replace the flavor in his mouth with me or something. I don't know. He's doing it again.
Go Pikachu, come out. I'm gay.
Is it better? Not so bad? I hope it's better. Thank you for subbing the class. Keep the classy live and giving a swings that prime motherfucking sub, Chris. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Better? Is it still loud? Because I can turn it down. I have control of that on my soundboard, thankfully. I think it was we were just listening to music yesterday, so I turned the alerts up. I don't know why. Paraphrasing, as she only spoke Italian, but that was the gist of it. I fucking love that. Your Nona sounds badass. I'm sorry if I said Nana. Nona? I had Nanas. I don't know why. Why? Nona's Italian, right? What is Nana? Is that Irish? Irish? Because I had Nana, and then I had, no shit, Nana in the nursing home, which was my great Nana. But we refer to as Nana in the nursing home, and then Nana. Nana's Nim Nams. Nona's Italian. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. I don't know where Nana comes from and why. I had a Nana and a Mima. I just had Nanas. I didn't even get a Mima. Oh, 100 Wombat. Lilith does the anxious licking. He just does these, like, lazy 2 licks and then moves on with his life. He never does, like, that, Millie, my beautiful pug, bless her heart, queen of my world, who passed away a few years back. She would sit on the ground and lick my leg until she died if I let her. Hours. I swear to God, if I let her. That separation anxiety licking, yeah. Is it from Nanny? And she was a badass. I can't tell you how often I would show up to her home and walk into her breaking the necks of chickens. No shit. She bought so she could pluck them and make soup, stock, and other chicken-based food. Your Nona was a badass. My grandpa and my uncles were like that. Like going over to my Uncle Bruz's house. Bruz, what a name. Where does Bruz come from? I don't know. My Uncle Bruz, I think it's Jewish. Is that a Jewish thing? I don't know. My Uncle Bruz, we go to his house, and he raised, like, peacocks and guinea hens and, like, Chinese pheasants and all these, like, beautiful exotic birds. He raised them and collected their dropped feathers and sold them to fly fishermen. And then I guess fly fishermen, like, strip the feathers and use them to make flies. Really obscure, but that's what my uncle did in his retirement. But going over to his house, it was like a scene out of fucking The Hills Have Eyes. I was so excited because driving down his driveway, you'd hear the peacocks. That, like, shit, you'd hear that going off, and I'm like, oh, pretty birds, I'm so excited to see Uncle Bruz. And you'd go to see the peacocks, but on your way, you'd see this silver funnel with all these holes coming out the bottom, and it'd be rabbit heads just yanked through them, and it'd be, like, bleeding into a bucket. Farmers, dude, they are so hardcore. And it was just like, if I wanted to go see the birds, I knew I was gonna have to walk by some of that shit, so I'd just be like, tra-la-la, deedly-dee, holy shit, nightmare me, ha 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 ha, birds. It was a time. It was a time. You're my favorite boy in the whole world. Don't tell your sister. You're just the best. You are. Oh, that's a good itch. Is that the best itch? Yes, that was the best itch just then. The rain keeps deciding. Luckily, I haven't accidentally sent any of them. Good luck. Rather than being called Granny, makes my grandma feel old, apparently. Really? Nanny instead of Granny. I've never knew an option other than Nana. Nana. My Nana. Nana? But I've heard other people say Nana before, and I just don't know where it comes from. The gift stuff badge has gone inactive. Gift another... I hate that. Real talk. I hate that video. That has been going on for days now. It makes me so mad because, like, myself personally, I love gifting subs. It's one of my favorite things to do. Popping into someone's chat and gifting a bundle of subs and hanging out and starting a hype train or, like, instigating a hype train or something. I love doing that shit. Do you want to know what's one way to get me to stop gifting subs? An alert reminding me it's been a while and I'm going to lose a special badge if I don't give money immediately. As a viewer, that pisses me off. As a streamer, what are you doing? I hate it. Oh, I love that. A golden retriever Irish setter mix. Beautiful dog, though. It's awful. It's detrimental to streamer income, and it makes me as a viewer feel like I'm being... What is that feeling? Icky. Ew. It makes me feel like I'm only worth my money. And that is not it. At all. Same. Telling me to do something is the #1 way to get me to never do that again. Thanks, Twitch. Abused. Yeah, it does. It feels like an abuse. Like, we've talked about that, and one of the beauties of Twitch and one of the things I've always enjoyed about this platform is that you don't have to sub to me in any way, shape, or form. You get to come enjoy all of the content 100%. Because people need entertainment. We all need enrichment. We'll go fucking nuts without it. Like, you get to do that. And bless the people who also throw money at the free content. You're the reason we get to keep doing what we're doing. But it's like pressure. It's like a nag almost. Exploited. Definitely. Yeah, exploitative used, nagged at. And it makes me feel icky about gifting subs. Which is kind of how the entire economy of Twitch runs these days. Could be for toddlers who struggle forming certain sounds. G and N. Oh, I bet you're right. I never thought about that. I bet you're right. Yeah, I know that. It's like dada, mama. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Example, calm down has never worked. I mean, seriously. Have you ever been anxious and someone's like, can you just sit down and calm down? Oh, you fixed me. You did it. Oh, shit. Did you just discover the secret to solving anxiety? You mean all you have to do is, like, calm down? What? Fucking wild. I landed in a streamer's chat with a raid a while back. I followed, there was a hype train. I got gifted a sub. When that sub was almost up, the streamer emailed me to let me know I needed to come back and renew that sub. Yeah, I don't. What? Wait. Like, you got a purse? I want to assume that was some sort of automated generated message that happened. If you ever get something like that, I didn't write it. Like, if you got something like that, like, hey, your ClassyKatie sub's about to run out and you better blah, blah, blah. That's an automated message from Twitch. I want to assume that so hard. But I don't think that's... Yeah! Creep me the fuck out. Like, how did you find me like that? Like, what are you doing? I'm uncomfortable for you. It would be automated. I have sent one message in my entire life. I don't even know if this system exists anymore, but Twitch used to have like a mass messaging system where you could mass message your current subs. I think I did that one time in the history of my streaming career, and it was literally like I think it was just a hard time in life, and I was just like, hey, thinking of you. I hope you're taking your joy. I hope you're taking care of yourself. That was like that. I would, like, Jesus Christ. Good morning, Molly. Nana, I know, we were talking about the differences in names for your grandmothers. And I just genuinely, I'd never thought about why I called my Nana Nana. Nana 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 Batman. Sorry. My dogs are they're losing their minds. It is battle time. No shit, I called my Nana Banana. She was my banana. She thought it was so cute. I loved my Nana. She was great. That movie Carol was so good. I was fucking shocked. I mean, not shocked because the actresses, like, the casting was off the charts. I was like, this is gonna go well, obviously, but wow, was I pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Wombat, let me give you a permit. Hold on. Of course, I want to see your dog. Is that even? Is that even? Thank you, Molly. Same to you, Honeybean. It was a good watch. I mean, it was just good. I really, like, the only thing I've ever really seen, what is her name? Rooney Mara in is, like, The Social Network and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. The American version. Oh my god, your dog is as fucking pretty. Oh my god. I'm not being dramatic. I don't mean to come across as dramatic or hysterical, but I would die for your dog. Oh, hey, if you want to see her naked a whole bunch and getting fucked in a lovely way, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. She has a phenomenal body, and her and what's his name, Daniel Craig, get down. It's kind of hot. But that movie's pretty fucked up. If you've never seen the Swedish version, like, it's not it's fucked up. But there's some decent, like, lot of naked Mara. If you're into that kind of thing. Yeah. This Irish Setter Golden Retriever mix. Oh! I love dogs more than reason. I know. The fucking song that comes on. The Pooter family I had when I was a kid was named Alfie. As a baby, I couldn't pronounce it, so I called him Altu. Altu-D2. That's how I got my nickname, Kitty. I hate that I just told you guys that. Kitty or Kitten. My little sister, Sarah. My dogs are having the battle of the era right now. My little sister, Sarah, when she was a baby, she couldn't say Katie, so she called me Kitty, which evolved into Kitten. And now my family to this day still calls me Kitty. To be fair, I still call her Muffin. Mutton? Muffin. We're chewing on our faces. I had an ex try to contact me under a fake name in an attempt to get dirt or see me talking shit via the old Twitch DM system. People are weird. Get a fucking hobby. I think Bill is always winning. She never gets up. She lays like that, and all she does is she does this. You'll see her. She does, what's it? Snarl? She like snarls. But Trick's the one that does all the work. Like, she doesn't do anything. She just stays. She's a bitch. Like, if she can get the higher ground, she'll sit on, like, a couch or something and fight him from that. She doesn't give a fuck. Open mouth kissing fighting. It's like toddlers kissing. Yes, I'm 1000%. Called you Eggit, which evolved into Eggy. That is so cute, though. See, why is it cute for somebody else, but I cringe when I think of the fact that my family calls me Kitty. See her snarling? She shows her teeth, but that's all she'll do. She's such a fucking goober. Sounds like my wife in bed. Wait, I was gonna say, she just shows her teeth at you. I'm ready.
Now, I'm going to fuck you with
Are you ready,
Satan's
Make
cock.
love? I want to have sex with all of you. Genova, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, giving it swings with that 12-month gift subscription from Glut. Thank you again, Glut. I appreciate you. The Beauty and the Beast smile, exactly. But nothing ever happens. Oh, lays there and does nothing, but you gotta add I'm ready. I was gonna say, Kills, if you had one kid, I'd believe that. Maybe. But you have too many at this point to convince me she's boring. $53 months is at least a year. I'd like to have one sex, please. I hate it so much. I don't know. This is a Virgin Christian Minecraft stream. We just watch poodles, and I do too, honestly. This is one of the reasons, one of the many reasons I'm so glad I didn't get one, because they wear each other out like this. Like, I'm glad they have someone to bite. We all have sternum tattoos. Mine's glow in the dark. Can you hear them? They do this thing where they slam their feet on the ground. Do you hear that? Ba-dum. That's Lilith. Ba-dum. It's weird. It's like a thing they do. I've noticed poodles do it. Slam their feet at each other a lot. I'm sorry they keep creeping out of the frame. I think we might be done. They're just biting each other's faces now. Do all doggos do that? See, little doggos, you don't hear anything. It's kind of like rabbits. Oh my god, I had a rabbit that did that. No shit. I had a little rabbit named Cinnabon, and he would stomp his foot at my pug, Millie. When they slam their feet, it's a sign, because they do it to me too. Yeah, when they're excited, they do this like shit at me. If they're excited and they want to play, they're gone now. They're on the other side of my desk. They have a lot of Muppet art. I mean, obviously, she got me again. Where is it? I saw it right there. And here. And it's this. Shit. Fuck them. I love them so much. I wouldn't give it up for anything. Jesus Christ. So annoying. If you two don't get along, we are turning this car. Do I need to separate you two? You do not want me to come back there. You do not want me to. Do not look at me like that. You fucking do not talk to me with that look on your face. I love you. What are you doing, Bubba? That's our playing tone. Don't worry. They're not sad. They're just biting each other's faces now. Me too. I do it to them now because now I know they're doing it. Don't you look at me in that tone of voice. Don't you look. You come here right now. Yeah. You ever get the fly swatter? No, I got the backhand. We didn't need a fly swatter. It was just an arm. A very scary arm. We're battling again. They're so goofy. I just love them. I love their little palms. One of my favorite things about these dogs is that if they're just like laying there and I look at them, that little palm goes. Like I can think they're dead asleep and I'll just look over and the little palm. What up, Bull? I hope you're doing well, honey bean. Oh, under the desk. I die for it. That little whip, 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 whip. I was just yelling at my kid for a choice of words. And without missing a beat, Katie went into that lecture. I legit turned at my screen. Life imitates art, or art imitates life, or whatever. It's a feather duster, but 100%. I don't ask for that. I think it's just because they are poodles. The groomers are like, I guess they want a poodle groom. But I've never asked for a poodle groom. Or whatever this is. Are you having fun? You can get him. Get him, Bill. Get him. She's just under my desk. Who's my girl? Yep, I think it was literally because they're water dogs, so that little poof would stick out of the water. It was how you could see your dog. It was like a way to identify your dog in the woods and shit when they're hunting, because they're bird dogs, fowl dogs, right? Waterfowl dogs or something. Yeah, you're meant to murder. Too bad you're just not gonna. As long as I can help it. Oh, the poodle cutters leave joints. What I was just meant the poof on the end of their tail. There's no joint on the end of their tail. What, you know what? I'm gonna make a note of that, Vex, because I really want to do it. Like, I think I could do it. That, or have I shown you the pony cut? That's the only other cut I like. It's basically just a full body mohawk. I think Trick would look so cool. Foul dogs? I know. Foul fuck from farts you've expressed. They are. Lilith. She's been doing it all morning, Glad. It's fucking disgusting. And she sits, literally, she curls up with her ass against my space heater, so when she farts, it's just like hot. What was I writing down? See, I already forgot. Poodle groom. I have literally, Vex, the only reason I can come up with why it would be called a poodle or a pony cut is, you know how sometimes they cut like the manes of some horses so they just stick straight up? That's all I can come up with. No idea why it's called a pony cut, but I like it. Like pissing on the coals in a sauna. Oh, yeah. It's literally what Lilith does to me all day. It's disgusting. I love her so much. Harley Quinn fart comic? What? Wait, Harley Quinn fart comic? Yeah, and some show horses, I don't think it's like any specific horse. They'll trim their mane so it's not flopped to one side, and it like stands at attention, like all the way up. I don't know if it's ponies specifically. I haven't been a horse girl for a very long time, but that's all I can come up with. A pony cut is called that because it resembles a pony's tail, as the hair is cut short and blunt across the forehead, similar to how the pony's tail. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's exactly what it sounds like. A fart. Is it a fetish thing? Because there is a fart fetish. I discovered a fetish recently that made me very uncomfortable. Did you guys know that there's people who get off on pregnancy scares? No shade if that's you. Kind of. Yeah. Yep. They get off on pregnancy scares. So they want to have unprotected sex with you and you not get pregnant, but they get off on the chance that you might. I'm really hoping they're pro-choice. It's getting off on the maybe, I guess. I read about it a little bit, ran into it recently, was like, what? Thank you. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Oh my god. Harley Quinn fart-tacular, silent but deadly #1. DC to celebrate April Fool's Day 2025 with Harley Quinn fart-tacular, silent but deadly one-shot. The text bubble over her head says pull my finger. So I'm not kink shaming. If this hits #1 most sold, I wouldn't be shocked. I just don't know anymore. Oh, it has a scratch and sniff. come sweeping down the plains. What? It's has to be fetish. I'm not shaming. That being said, a lot of the fetish world that involves this stuff involves putting a car like a tire pump up your butt and blowing your ass up and then farting it out. Don't do that. I will see you in the ER and you don't want to see me like that. Don't do that part. Aw, Wombat. Have a beautiful time, Honeybean. Written by Joanne Starrer. Yeah, Joanne, I see your fetish. We fucking see you, Joanne. We see you. This is when I need more coffee. This is the first time. Oh, God. Never good, Sonic. Yeah, inflation, not a thing. Thank you, Vex. I appreciate you. I'm getting used to it. It's just startling. That's it. I don't think it looks, I mean, whoever, like, there are maybe, I don't even know, like 0.00001% of the world looks in the mirror every day and goes, wow, hot, I'd fuck that. Let's be real, none of us are thrilled with the reflection. It's just so stark different that, like, when you're already like, oh, this reflection's weird, and then you change it, you're like, whoa, this is weird. It's just getting used to it. I don't think it looks bad, though. It's just different. It's not the best bleach job, but it's okay. It'll make a really good Spider-Gwen. I've been holding in all my various bits of bubble guts for the last 32 years. It's all been landing up to this epic expulsion. Your nose will never be the same. You'll gag, you'll cry, you'll feel things you ain't never felt before. This fine publication is a celebration of all things past, present, and tutor. I'm really upset with that. Yeah, I'm really sad about what's just happened. Yeah. People who are into farts are really going to be into this. Oh my god, I called mine a questionable urine test, Desmond. No shit. Questionable urine test, right? Like, drink water. My hair is the you should hydrate. Yeah, they'll be very into this. Sequential art's place in the annals of history, annals, I think it's annals, right, is about to change with the release of Harley Quinn Fartacular, Silent but Deadly, a comic that promises to have the highest concentration of gas per page, GPP, ever committed to print. I'm really sad about this. Emphasis on committed because everyone who worked on this comic is getting thrown into Dr. Fartley's home for no good gassy gals and guys. Read the comic that Abraham Lincoln called, quote, a joy from fart to finish, moments before he died. So... Yes, Boltv, no shit. The comic may or may not be fucking scratch and sniff. Have fart jokes gone too far? Find out tonight at 7. Why is it Harley? This is weird. Hell of a Boss season finale is live. No shit. Of course it is on a fucking Saturday. I love Saturdays. My favorite day of the week. Speaking of that, though, I have to pee really bad. So, quick break. I guess tomorrow I get to watch Hell of a Boss. You guys gonna watch it? Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll put it on for Sunday morning cartoons, but it didn't. If it would have come out yesterday, I could have preloaded it, which is normally what I do, but fucking Saturdays. Because haha clown person is easy to write nonsense for, you're not wrong. And she's crazy. Because Harley's Deadpool now? No. Is that what they're trying to do? We watched the one from November, didn't we? No, we have 2 to watch. We have 2 to watch, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We saved it. I think you're right. We saved one so we can watch 2 tomorrow. I'll preload them. I'm going to make a note. We have 2. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. I made a note, so I'll remember to preload, just buffer them. I'm so new to the game. I'm still catching up on comics that are like from the early 2000s. I've read some modern stuff. Like I have, Harley and Ivy, and I have The Killing Joke, and I have some shit like that. But other than that, I'm still catching up on some old ass comics, man. Yep, I forgot we saved it. I feel like we just watched one. This month is crazy. I have to pee so bad, and I just keep drinking beverages. Break. Stretch your dicks. Get a beverage. Load a bowl. Do what you need to do. Probably playing PoE because I'm kind of stuck on Saturdays. What are you going to do? Play PoE. It's a great game. I leveled my my fire bitch a little bit last night. And I think I got something to go into the next trial that I super ascension that I really don't want to do. Stretch your dicks. I'll be right back. It's to... Like, he plays drums 24/7, and if he's not playing drums, he's working out. He has to be. He's crazy. I wish the costs were a bit better. They just, like, missing a unique something. All the ingredients are there, but I don't know. The cost? He's insane. I think he lives drums, Oh, I like them. I feel like one of their songs had it. Exactly what you're talking about. Like, had whatever hit well, and then after that, it was kind of... It's kind of what I worried about with someone like him. Like, he is so fucking talented. I don't know how you work someone like that into a band. It sounds kind of mushy. I know I use that word too much. It's like crunchy. I don't know what other word to use to describe it. It's like nothing really stands out. It's all kind of on the same note a little bit. It's not bad, though. Please don't get me wrong. They are doing more than I will ever do in my entire life. They're so fucking talented. But I agree with you. There's just something with it where it's like, I don't know. Something's missing. The unique something that would make it stand out. I don't know. I get it. Something like that. The cost. It's like literally they just formed this year, right? His band. Like it's relatively new. Hold on. I don't know. What time is it? I might be able to get one to play. Hold on. I think this is the first one we heard. Yeah, this is their first single. Let's see how far we can get into it. So grateful to have people to play with. Elbow's playing Cult of the Lamb though, which is actually like has mucho chat integration and is super fucking fun. So I think this will be exciting. And if you don't know Elbow, you're fucking welcome. Merry Christmas. I will be here through the holidays. Normal schedule as usual. I don't know. Maybe if anything, I'll be here on time. If anything, maybe we'll extend and do, I don't know, cookies or something. No, we're definitely doing cookies. Viata sent me recipes, so I'm definitely going to do that. But you know what I mean? I'll come up with more ideas. Take care of yourselves. Take your joy. Drink water and all of those things. And I'll see you fuckers in the morning. There was something else I was gonna say. I forgot. Stretch your dicks. Pee after sex. It's Sunday. Holidays. I don't know. I can do this.